live. Hello. Happy New Year, everybody. If this is your first time watching me live, my name is Terry Alfred. I am known as the Women's Wealth Strategist. I specialize in helping business owners build wealth and financial freedom so that we can live, lead, and leave multi-million dollar legacies. But on today, I am serving as the Vice President of the Dallas-Fort Worth Urban League of Young Professionals, and I am here to share more about our upcoming event on Saturday. And if you've been watching me live for some time, you know it's been a minute since I've been live. I am so happy that I have made it through January, and I am here with our amazing DJ for Saturday's event. She is known as DJ Fiyah. DJ Fiyah, how are you doing today, Queen?
I'm good, Terry. How are you?
I'm doing well. Much better. I will be still drinking my lemon ginger during this interview. But other than that, I'm doing well. I am doing well. Thank you so much for being here. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have never heard of the Dallas-Fort Worth Urban League of Young Professionals, we are an auxiliary of the Houston Urban League chapter, and we are here to serve. We're here to serve the community. We are comprised of over 100 young professionals in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And in every February of every year, we have something called Join Week, in which we have several events to give you the opportunity to learn more about our organization and to find your tribe and just vibe out. So part of having a great vibe also starts with having great music. And so we are excited and delighted to have DJ Fiyah with us. I want to share a little bit about her, and then I'm going to let her tell you a few things that you need to know so that you can, one, purchase your ticket for Saturday, and two, you may want to book her if you have an upcoming event. So she goes by DJ Fiyah, but her name is Tiana, and she is an entrepreneur. She's an event curator, venue owner. Oh, she got a space, y'all, and DJ based in Dallas, Texas. With over 10 years in the event industry, she owns Hush Events. It is a private speakeasy-style venue near Deep Ellum. Tiana is the founder of Pajamas and Cosmos, and that is a brand that curates unique experiences for women of color to connect, unwind, and build friendships. She also created Pajamas and Pixies, a budget-friendly pajama-themed birthday party experience for young girls. As DJ Fiyah, she specializes in curating high-energy vibes with hip-hop, twerk, rap, R&B, line dance music, and Nola Bounce DJing most of the events at Hush and beyond. Tiana is passionate about fostering community, celebrating sisterhood, and bringing people together through unforgettable events.
Girl,
I introduce to some and present to others the amazing DJ Fiyah.
girl, that's true. My bio sound good.
It does sound good. It does sound good. And I love to MC and host and shine the light on other people and help other people feel special. So I hope you feel special on today's day.
Thank you so much, Queen. I really appreciate it.
That's why you look very pretty today, too.
You too. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I maintain my, they try to take me out with this weather for they try to take us all out with this weather. So I got my tea on hand. What you call it? The ginger tea. I have my peach ginger tea on hand as well. But I am so looking forward to DJing this Saturday at Pop the Balloon Brunch. I am bringing all the vibes, like from the beginning to the end. So the way that I do my sets are completely different than what I've seen. I don't wait until towards the end of the party to get the party started. I start at the very beginning and it's just high from there. So just be prepared.
Yes. Well, I love that. And I feel like we need that. Like, can we have a real conversation? By the way, if y'all are watching the replay, I want you to type #replay in the comment section. If you're live, say hello. But can we have a real conversation, y'all? Like, for real? January was a lot.
Girl,
January 2025 was a whole lot.
January was a whole year. It was like every time I looked up, I'm like, we're still in January. I'm like, it was 7,982 days in January.
That's how it felt. 525,000.
Seriously.
Like it was a lot.
Can we get past this? It was just like breaking news every hour. I'm like, oh, you know, you want to steer away from it a little bit, but then you still got to keep your ear to the street to know exactly what's going on and how it affects you and your family. So it was just a lot.
It was a lot. And on top of that, some of us had the flu. I had the flu. I was down. I was down for the count. I was like, I can get over this. Day 3, I was like, I'm going to be good tomorrow. Day 4, I was like, oh, it's getting worse. I have the flu.
Oh, no.
And so in the midst of all of that, though, I can say that I learned that I need to just have even more of an attitude of gratitude, because I was laying in the bed, I was looking at the news, I was looking at social media, I was quarantining myself from others. But I also was thinking about all the things that I just do naturally that I wish I was enjoying at that time. Like even the most simplistic things, like being able to taste my food.
Ooh.
I remember I had that Vicks vapor rub, and I put it to my nose one day, and I couldn't smell it. I was like,
oh no.
Yeah. But I was like, you know what? I'm grateful. And so even in the midst of all of the national disasters and chaotic start to 2025, we do have a lot to be grateful for. We have a lot to celebrate. It's Black History Month, and we're going to have a good time on Friday, y'all. If you are looking for a place to just like unplug, unwind, whether you are a single or a couple, we want to see you on Saturday. You can purchase your tickets using the link in the comment section. And I see we got, so DJ Underground is tuning in. Hey, Jade is tuning in on LinkedIn. Hi, Jade. It's good to know I'm live over there. But y'all, we want you to come out. We want you to come out. We want you to vibe with us, have a good time. The more the merrier. I always tell people you never know who you're going to meet. And even for those of you who know that I have done more business events, I'm excited that this is going to be more of a social event with us speaking about love and relationships, because we're not just robots. Like, we're not just human doings. We're human beings. We have feelings. We have families. And we want to be able to enjoy life more this year, right? So, DJ Fiyah, you did tell us how you get the party started from the beginning. You don't just wait till the end. Tell us the importance of having a good DJ when you have different types of events.
Well, I mean, the DJ is kind of the maestro of your party. So, you know, it is the flow of your party. It is basically how you get your guests interacting, how you get the bar flowing, everything. It's kind of like, if without the DJ, what do you have other than you could put together a playlist yourself? However, it's good to hear like a good blend. And I'm in my 40s. So we millennials are like, we're used to the dance floor and we're used to clubbing or whatnot. So I think for me, it's more of a nostalgic feeling getting back into DJing and actually like being able to pour that out to people and see them sweat. I remember back in the day, you pull up, you got on your professional, business, casual, you straight out of corporate to your happy hour, and you are dressed in your business casual. And, by the time you left, you pretty much was drenched in sweat because you danced the whole night, And so I want to bring that vibe back. We didn't have sections back in the day. So I don't know nothing about a section. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have sections. We didn't have cell phones. We had cell phones, but you had to pay per minute.
Right? Oh, I'm running out of minutes. Goodbye. I love you.
Right, exactly. So, paying per minute, it is not free until after 9 p.m. type of vibe. But honestly, DJs, I think, number one, I'm from Chicago. So I moved out here about 7 or 8 years ago, and I've had my share of going out and everything like that. and you just hear the same music being played over and over and over again. And I want to change that. And that's exactly what I do. I basically DJ, and I DJ at Hush a lot, like all the private parties. I'm the DJ there, and I'm venturing outside of Hush to begin curating different vibes for someone else, private events, whatever. So I'm so happy to be doing this.
And I thank you. You shared a few things I want to talk about. First of all, y'all, please check her out. Check out DJ Fiyah. She is one of our sponsors for this amazing event that's going to happen on Saturday at TK's. If you have not seen TK's, if you have not been to TK's, you want to check it out. It's going to be a whole vibe, y'all. This is like an amazing pre-Valentine's Day event, but it's also a good event for you to find your tribe. You may find your new Valentine's, your new boo, your new Galentine, or you may network with somebody that you've been looking to meet. You mentioned that you are from Chicago. I'm originally from Memphis, and quite a few people who are a part of our organization, we call them transplants because they are from other cities. Yeah. And so tell me, what is the importance of like going out and networking and seeing new faces and meeting new people when you are new to a big city?
Well, I kind of know all about that. I kind of just started, I think when I got here, it was just me and my little family. When we got here, I didn't really know anyone. I had met one of my best friends right before I left Chicago. I was, just a real quick story. I was having like a little going away shindig with my coworkers and whatnot, and we had snuck into this little the Joffrey Hotel had a party, and I overheard these guys talking about them going to a party in Dallas, and for a friend that was leaving to go to Dallas, and I was like, oh, where's this party at? Girl, I left them. And I got in an Uber and I waited in line, and I went downstairs and was like, whose party is this? And that's how I met my friend today. And she's really actually introduced me to a lot of people in Dallas. But I will say that community is everything. So like, you're really having to make sure that you're with like-minded people. It's really important to ask questions. It's really important to get outside, get out of these chats, get outside. Like, you could talk all day online, but this is no different. Like, you have to get outside, you have to meet people face to face, you have to ask important questions so that you know if these people are actually genuinely good people. I can't explain it. I run another event too for Pajamas and Cosmos, which, let me just throw my little plug in there with Pajamas and Cosmos real quick. So I curate pajama theme events for women of color here in Dallas, and I used to do it in Chicago before as well. Just a place for us to be safe and be unapologetically ourselves. Like, if you want to twerk, go ahead and twerk. You want to be, and I put it to be pajama theme because I wanted to make it as comfortable as possible for people. And so I usually host like a speed friending event like once or twice a month, which actually allows for women to get out the chat and start asking questions. So I curate these questions for women to ask each other that are beyond surface, because I can ask you what's your favorite color and I can ask you what's your sign, but what kind of communicator are you? Do you like to text? Do you like to FaceTime? Do you like people all in your face? Because if you're not that and I like that, then we don't match. But you wouldn't know that unless you came out and you asked me questions. So it's so important to come out and network. I actually have friends coming out on Saturday to come, and they looking for love, girl. They looking for love.
I'm muted. I said, look, they may find it in the room, or they may find it at our next event. So here again, this is our kickoff for Join Week, but we have other events that are happening this month. And actually on February 20th, we have a member only event. So if you're not a member, you want to check out, become a member, because that's going to be wine tasting, and that's going to be another grown and sexy vibe event that you want to be at. I'm so glad though that you mentioned get out of the group chats. Get out of the groups, y'all. I love groups. I love Facebook groups. I like LinkedIn groups. I really do. I like GroupMe groups. but you got to get out the groups.
Yeah.
That's how you build the relationship. The group is just to build the community and keep the connections going and flowing. But I'll just share with me being here. I don't have my immediate family here. I don't have any children. I'm single. I'm a business owner. And sometimes being an entrepreneur, it can get lonely, right? It can get lonely. And so it's always good to be able to connect with other people when you don't want to go places by yourself. I'm going on a trip in a couple of months with a group of women that are from all over the country. But I was like, if I'm going to travel 14, 15 hours overseas, like I want to do it with some people.
Right.
So if you too are looking to do life outside of your job, outside of your business, with people who are like-minded, who care about the community, we have different committees with the organization too. We have a civic engagement. We have those that are passionate about economic empowerment. We have people that are passionate about healthcare. Like we have all types of people who are passionate about different things, but we also like to have good times because again, like we're people outside of our roles. But I'm telling y'all, it's a room you want to be in. It's a room you want to be in. I mean, we have nurses, doctors, principals, like lawyers. Like we have some really amazing young professionals that will be there on Saturday. And guess what? If you're not young, but you're young at heart, you go ahead and buy yourself a ticket because we want you there too. We want you there too because again, there's a lot going on in our country right now. Like there's a lot going on. I was DJ Fiyah. I was getting my hair braided, and I love Awa. Shout out to Awa. I was getting my hair braided in her shop, and I don't know why she didn't turn the channel, but the whole time I was just watching CNN the whole time. Oh, the whole time. That was a lot.
It's a lot.
We are consuming a lot of information.
It's overload, girl. It's so overload. Like you really have to put the phone down, turn the TV off, and just kind of like sit in silence for a moment, or turn some music on. Honestly, I feel like I'm in my element right now because I can just plug in my headphones. But even when I go on social media, it's being shared so often that it's just so much breaking news that it's like, oh my God, what is happening? This just crumbles and crumbles and crumbles. And, you know, a lot of it is heavy. And so you have to step away from it and escape for just the moment, even if going outside to this event is an escape for you, or going to network is an escape for you. Do it. Do not sit in the house and mope around. Do something that you love to do. Don't fearmonger. You have to still continue to live your life. You cannot fearmonger about what the breaking news is and what this is. And yes, it affects us all. But I would definitely suggest getting out the house and just going to be around people. We all know what 2020 felt like for us and how lonely we felt in that moment. And it's still people that are still working through that. I'm working on the other end of that. I used to be such an extrovert, and then 2020 happened and I became an introvert, and now I'm trying to get out. I'm getting out of that. I am out of that right now. And you can be too. So I really encourage people to just get up and just get out.
Yes. Thank you for that. Now it is Black History Month, and I love music. Like I'm a jukebox. I know a lot of music. A lot of music. I'm curious to know if you could just give us like your favorite artists from, let's say, the 1960s. Like, who's your favorite artist and why?
Girl, did you say
1970s and 80s? You're probably like, who in the 60s? Well, you may not be as old as I am on the inside, but
I
love some 60s and 70s and 80s music.
I will say, if I had to go back in time, one of my favorite artists, older, which in the 60s, I would say the Isley Brothers.
Come on now. Why? Tell us.
It's just timeless. Number one, it's super timeless. Then you have Ronald Isley. His voice is like everything. Not only that, but again, being from Chicago, I'm just throw that out there, that, you know, the combination between him and R. Kelly when they did the Contagious and the Down Low, and they did that whole series or whatnot. And right now he's still relevant. Like his music is still being played. He's still making music. So I love that. And I think that instrumentally as the band, like coming from a band standpoint, the instruments, the way they played was just bomb. Like you got bedroom, you have regular R&B, you have so many genres you can get out of that, just, you know, the rhythm and blues section. So
Yes, that's good. That's good. It's funny when I had the flu, I was supposed to speak at this conference and I couldn't go because I was contagious and that song sure came up. Because I was a little girl when that song was out, but like we were during the summer camp. I remember during summer camp we were on the bus.
oh Lord.
Everybody on the bus was singing, "You're contagious." It was so funny. Like there's just some songs will stick with you forever. And I remember being on the bus, going on a field trip in the summertime, and everybody knew every lyric to that song. So that's really awesome. Okay, so the 80s, because you know the Isley Brothers, they was in multiple decades. But I'm curious to know, what about the 80s?
Oh, the
80s for me, I'm a group girl. Like I love like Atlantic Star and the Barge. All of that.
Let me see. 80s. Oh my God. I don't know. I kind of, so you just skip the 70s.
Okay, go to the 70s.
Okay. A George Clinton in Parliament. Funk was everything. Like even stuff you could ride to right now.
Yes.
Sure. Now I'm gonna fast forward to the 80s because you had, oh man, the 80s is hard.
It is.
I grew up in the 80s, and I think for me was Michael Jackson.
Of course. Of course. Of course. Yeah, he conquered the 80s. Yes, he did.
For sure.
Okay, what about the 90s?
Oh man, that's a hard one. I can't say favorite, but I could give like a few. Because now I'm going to like my high school days in the 90s, and I would say like 112 was my everything back in the day. 112 was my ish, like towards the end of like the 90s or whatever. In the beginning, Jodeci.
Yes, Forever My Lady. Yes.
Yes. Now I know you're finna go to 2000.
Of course.
I will say Lil Jon era was.
Look, I love the diversity. We're gonna have a good time on Saturday.
Yeah, the Lil Jon era was my favorite. And then if I had to go 2010s, oh man, that's kind of the Travis Porter. No, that was Travis Porter was like in the, I would say, ooh, Migos.
There's no wrong answer, DJ Fiyah.
Honestly, that's being put on the spot. I think that's probably the best I can do, and that's more so of like a hip hop vibe. I don't know. It's so many great artists that, you know, had a relevancy through the 90s and the 2000s, even to today or whatnot. Today's music is hard though. So I'm like, I have to sit with that for a moment. Like, who do I really like that I can like bump on a regular? I like Kendrick. I like Kendrick Lamar. You have
excited to see the Super Bowl
performance? I am. It's so funny because I know he just won his Grammy off of his little diss record.
Yes, that was a deal. Now that kept showing up on the news too, though, like the Grammy recap. So I saw the Grammy recaps about 4 or 5 times. But yes, that happened.
It happened, and it's still happening because even though that little lawsuit that's going on with Drake, they're playing the Not Like Us in the background of the Super Bowl commercials. So you're still going to get it either way if he can't perform it. So we're curious to know if he's going to perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl. So that's the only reason I watch the game. I'm not a sports fanatic, but I want to watch the Super Bowl. I like the commercials. So I like the camaraderie of everybody getting together and just having a good time.
Yeah, see, this is like a pre-party to the Super Bowl party. I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here. I know you did not get prepped with any of the questions, but I like to keep it like that so it can be organic and people can get a good understanding of who you are, feel your vibe, and just see like we're just great people doing great things, and we're going to have a great experience on this Saturday at the Live, Laugh, Love, Pop the Balloon Brunch. The tickets are $35 for members, $50 for non-members. We're going to have an amazing DJ, and we'll also have some panelists that I'll be interviewing this week as well, who are going to speak about love and relationships. We're going to have some really great conversations around love and relationships, and we're going to have a live Pop the Balloon experience. So we have some contestants. Yes, it's going to be so much fun. So we have some contestants who have applied. They made it through the application process, and they are there to see if they're able to find a suitor in the room. So come enjoy the show. Oh, we have live entertainment too. Come enjoy the show and, you know, break away from everything that's going on and just have a good time with us on a Saturday at our brunch. Oh, and the menu was pretty nice too. I made sure, you know, we ate. Like, I'm from Memphis. We eat. Okay, we eat shrimp, grits, chicken, waffles, like brunch food, right? We it's gonna be buffet. We're gonna eat. We're going to have a great time. And I thank you all so much for watching us live. DJ Fiyah, tell us, how can we get in touch with you?
Well, you can either reach out to me on husheventsdallas.com. I have a page on our website that says DJ Fiyah, and you can also follow me on Traveling Beauty 312, which is on Instagram as well, or under Hush Dallas Events also.
Okay. So you gave us your Instagram. Your Facebook is what?
That was my Facebook. My Facebook is Hush Dallas Events too.
Okay, got it. All right. Anything else that we should know about you before we go?
I'm a very passionate person, and I only really focus on things that I'm passionate about and align with me. So I think that for me, if you meet me, sometimes I have a little face. My face is resting. Please do not be alarmed.
I'm glad you warned us. I'm meeting her for the first time in person, y'all. I met her originally in a Facebook group, but now I know.
Yeah, but I'm very down to earth, and I want everyone to know that. And I'm looking forward to 2025. It's gonna be a great year. It's gonna be great for all of us, honestly. Even though we got all this crazy stuff going on, I just feel it in my bones that things are gonna align and everything's gonna come out. We're gonna come out on top.
Amen. Well, thank you again for being here with us on today. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you on Saturday at the Live, Laugh, Love, Pop the Balloon Brunch.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.